Hey everybody, this is Brian with Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and entertainment, and we interview some of your favorite artists. So if that sounds good, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll be among the first to know when new content comes out. And today we're doing something a little bit different, kind of like what we've done before, but I like to do a lot of these list videos where I talk about some of my favorite bands, singers, blah blah blah. And today I want to talk about some of the best bands that I've seen live. Now this isn't a countdown. I'm going to list 6, and these aren't necessarily, the 6 best that I've ever seen. But when I sat down, these are 6 that came right to my head. We'll probably do some more of these videos. I'd like to encourage Kevin to do some. He's actually been to even a lot more shows than I have. And most of my shows have probably been within the last 5 years or so that I really started getting heavy into going to live music. So, there are just some bands that have stood out where it's like, they put on an incredible show. And again, I'm going to list 6 bands or artists that I saw that are among the best I've ever seen and can't wait to see again. Starting out, Smash Into Pieces. I saw these guys in 2019 in Philadelphia. Actually, my dad and I went. They were the opening act for Within Temptation. Within Temptation was fantastic live. But we were blown away. Now, I had heard a couple of the Smash Into Pieces songs at this point. I liked their music. I didn't know a ton about them. You guys already know, if you've watched this channel, I love this band now. They're right up there with First to 11 as my favorite band. And this show was probably the biggest reason why. I'll never forget, my dad and I are sitting there, and it's pitch black, and it was at the Fillmore in Philadelphia. And you just hear the drums, and no lights come on, but the Apocalypse DJ, the drummer, his face mask comes on. And you see the face on it, and he's going back and forth like this. And it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. My dad felt the same way. Then they started playing, and they were phenomenal. I mean, they just kicked butt in that show. It was absolutely incredible. And that was one I was like, I love this band. And in my opinion, they have gotten to be the top band, again, along with First to 11, ever since that moment. So if you get the chance to see Smash Into Pieces, jump at it. Because I know when they come back to the U.S., I'm definitely getting a ticket, no doubt. The second one I want to talk about is Disturbed. I've seen Disturbed a few times. I remember I saw them, probably close to 20 years ago at Ozfest down in Pittsburgh. I saw them at PPG in Pittsburgh with some friends from work, and I actually took my dad, again, to see them in Cleveland, and they are amazing. David Draymond sounds just as good, if not better, live than he does on the recordings, which blows my mind. They are phenomenal. I mean, there's a lot of pyrotechnics. It's a fantastic show that Disturbed puts on. And even if you're not a huge metalhead, I'm telling you, you're going to find something in their show that you love. I guarantee it. So check out Disturbed if they come anywhere near you. The third act, Dean Brody and Dallas Smith concert that I went to. Again, this was with my dad. Actually, within like a week of the Disturbed one. This is up in Canada. We went to St. Catharines, which is right across the border. And it was a co-headlining tour, Dean Brody and Dallas Smith. Of course, they're country singers. They also had with them, let me think, there was a bunch of people. There was Chad Brownlee, Mackenzie Porter, and they had the Reclaws. And I'd never heard of the Reclaws. They were kind of a late addition. And people told me they're good. And they started things out. They were phenomenal. And it just got even better from there. Dean Brody and Dallas Smith, particularly Dean Brody, it was a country concert, but it felt like a rock show. I mean, it was just all energy and power, and it blew my mind how incredible it was. Then, of course, my dad and I, we got to meet and hang out with Dean Brody after the show, which was one of the coolest nights of my life. So definitely that Dean Brody and Dallas Smith show has to be on this list. The fourth one, Skillet. I've seen Skillet probably more than any other band. Now I think it's like 6 or 7 times. And every single time they knock your socks off. Skillet has one of the best, I mean, just all around the production is phenomenal. It's out of this world. I mean, everything from pyrotechnics to, the one show, John came rappelling down from the rafters. They've got the platforms where John's on one and Jen Ledger's on the other, and they're going around, not just the stage, they're coming out, into the crowd, and they're going around, and they're shaking everybody's head. It is absolutely phenomenal. One of the greatest shows you could see. And that's whether it's their headlining tour or it's part of Winter Jam. You have to see Skillet live. The next one, Five Finger Death Punch. Again, another band I've seen a couple of times. Most notably, Kevin and I went and we saw them in Columbus at the Nationwide Arena. and we were right up front, like front row, and it was incredible. It's intense. Again, I mean, Ivan and company, they just bring it. You know, full 100 miles an hour right from the get-go. Absolutely incredible show. They got the huge skull in the background. It's probably, 20 feet tall, all lit up. It's absolutely, it's such a fun show to go to. If you are down front, you got to keep your head on a swivel because there's people coming. They're riding the wave. You'll get kicked in the head. So just make sure you're constantly looking and aware of that. But it is an absolutely incredible show to go to. And the last one that I wanted to talk about in this video, and it's another band that I've seen, I think now 4 times, and it's going to be 5 coming out soon, and that's GFM, Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. These girls are incredible. I love these girls, gotten to know them and their mom and dad. Absolutely amazing family, true Christians. Oh man, can they rock. Their live show is so fun. So high energy. I actually got to go on stage for the one. It was when they played a church not too far from here near Hermitage, PA. And one of their things is they have cupcakes, and they have somebody come up and they throw cupcakes at people out in the crowd while they're performing. Well, inside the church, they didn't want to throw real cupcakes and make a mess, so they got these foam cupcakes, and they asked me if I'd go on stage. I'm like, heck yeah, so I'm whipping them at people. It's that kind of, it's just such a fun, just powerful show. I love it. I mean, Maggie, CJ, Lulu all put on 100%. They're going full bore, and it is a blast. So if you get the chance to see GFM or any of these others I talked about, I'm telling you, you owe it to yourself to jump at that chance. Let us know what shows you guys have gone to and had a blast, and that you'd recommend for us to check out. As always, thanks for spending this time with us. We love you guys. God bless, and rock on.